What's going on, everybody? We are here. We're live on a Wednesday night. Welcome to Physical Media tonight. We've got 120 people in here already, or 118. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. Also, let me know, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Holla if you hear me. Yeah, guys, we got some stuff to talk about tonight. We've got some late Steelbooks. Okay, who could have saw that coming? Disney can't fulfill the orders, for their new Steelbook. I mean, who could have saw that coming? I mean, geez, Louise, guys. But we're gonna talk about that and just talk about the Disney Steelbook problem in general. I know I'm a broken record at this point. We've got some other interesting things to talk about involving Scream Factory. And then we'll talk about the new Criterion collection announcements. Look, guys, if you're following me over the Physical Media Report, there's been a crap ton of new announcements just over the past 48 hours, and it's been insane. I'm not going to talk about all of it here tonight. May talk about a couple things here and there if the chat, chimes in on it. And I'm gonna save most of that for the physical media report next Monday because it's too much. It's so much stuff is being announced. Like I was like, damn, I didn't have anything hardly to talk about last week, and now this upcoming week, I'm gonna probably record an hour-long physical media report. It's insane. Um, but how's everybody doing? Hope you guys are doing well. Like always, this will be a general ask me anything as well. Anything you guys want to talk about, we can talk about. But let me go up top and get into it. Let's get right into this chat. We got DJ Joker here. Amazon doesn't have a release date. They wrote me sometime next month. I should get it. LOL. Disney is pathetic. Look, let's just get into it. Okay. Then I'll address the chat. So the Tron 4K Steelbooks, okay? Look, here's the thing. They were announced what, like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago or something like that? Look, if you're not ready to put them out yet, we would understand. You announce them and then they can come out in November or something, right? Um, that's fine. That's perfectly acceptable. Why do you have to announce it and then say it's coming out in 2 weeks and then you can't deliver on that? Like that just gets people hyped up and pissed off when it's not coming on time. Like I am now, honestly, because it creates a situation where some people are getting them, other people aren't getting them. At the end of the day, guys, it's just 4Ks, it's just physical media, it's just movies. Who cares, right? Um, but in the context of what we do and what we care about here on this channel, and I know that you guys do as well because you're here listening to me talk about it on a Wednesday night, it is important, and it is worth talking about. Okay, so I do want to throw that out there. But let me throw this up. These were my notifications, and I think some people's were different. But I've been getting several people message me on Instagram, and I think X as well. I got a couple of messages also, and then just comments. You know, regular comments. Some people just drop a comment in another video and be like, "Emma Tron steelbooks are delayed, or they're not coming till this date." And at that time, I don't think mine had a date at all. And then I looked and they started to have shipping dates. But this is the Tron Steelbook. So my Tron Steelbook's coming Saturday, according to Amazon. So cool. It's coming Saturday, but at the same time, I should have got it on Tuesday. All my other Steelbooks from other studios and boutique labels, they're all coming on time. Like when I look at the deliver date on those, like the Back to the Future Steelbooks, Night of the Living Dead coming out next week from Sony. They're all going to be delivered on release date according to Amazon as of right now. They've all got dates for shipping. It's only Disney when I order from them that it takes a while to get an actual shipping date. You know, so I'm not going to blame Amazon here because it's not consistent with the other stuff that Amazon is shipping me. A lot of the stuff that Amazon puts out, I get it on release date the majority of the time. So this is obviously a Disney supply issue. They can't meet the demand for the amount of people that ordered this thing because Disney has zero faith in physical media, obviously, even after selling all these steel books, you know, for Tombstone and Kingdom of Heaven and Master Commander. You think that they would have learned. And hopefully maybe after this, because I honestly think that these are probably going to sell a lot more than those steel books. I could be wrong. We don't know the numbers. Um, but I feel like the Tron steelbooks are among the biggest thing that Disney's done, you know, in a while. So this is my update on Tron. So, and it just kind of sucks because I like to review this stuff. I like to get my thoughts out there on this stuff and being on YouTube. But of course, timing is everything. I can't talk about this stuff a month later, then nobody's going to give a crap because everybody else would have already talked about it. But again, that's on me for ordering from Amazon, I guess. But mine's coming Saturday. So okay, I'll get it Saturday. Maybe I'll watch it Sunday. Maybe I can get a review out next Tuesday, whatever. But Tron Legacy is delayed, and this is the date time frame that I heard from a lot of people, which is a pretty wide, you know, range of dates right here. October the 7th through October the 21st is when I'm supposed to get Tron Legacy. So pretty much I've got to wait until close to Halloween, maybe, possibly. Now, it's also possible that this changes. I think that has happened before where they'll give you a date and it's way far out. All of a sudden it changes and it's showing up tomorrow. That could happen, you know? But it's just the inconsistencies, it's the uncertainty and not knowing, and it's like you order something, it has a release date, and you're Amazon, you're supposed to deliver on that, right? But again, I'm not necessarily blaming Amazon. It's clearly Disney's issue that they can't supply enough steelbooks to Amazon to get this out to cover the pre-orders that they had. Obviously, because this went up. How long was the pre-order up? It was up a lot longer than I thought it would be. I thought the pre-order would go down in like 48 hours. I think it stayed up for a good 4 days. Actually, I was kind of surprised by how long the pre-order for these stayed up. Now it's been down for a while. Now you can always get the standard version, the overseas version, that those are still available as well. I don't know if any of the other sites like Diabolic or Orbit, I didn't even look at those. I should have. I don't even know why I got this stuff from Amazon. I just kind of they were the first ones to get the pre-order, I think, and I just kind of panicked pre-ordered because that's kind of what I do now when it comes to these steel books and everything. It's as soon as it goes up for pre-order and I think it's something that might sell out, I just hit that pre-order button. I'm like, well, if I really don't want it or something later, I'll just cancel it right before it comes. But I at least want to lock in that pre-order to make sure that I get it. But yeah, I mean, it sucks. Again, it's what do the kids say? First world problems, you know. But it still stinks, you know, to have to wait a month after something is supposed to come out to actually get it. So there you go, guys. If you're wondering where my Tron reviews are, they're held up by Amazon, just like everybody else. Because I don't know why, but Disney doesn't send me stuff to review. They won't send me anything. I don't know why. It's not like I badmouthed them for like the last 3 years straight on my channel. Um, it happens. Disney sucks, and they always will. Okay. I did enjoy my time at Disney World though. Their theme parks are actually great. It's the best thing about Disney right now is the theme parks. But all right, guys, what do you think about that? And I was also going to get into just, I hate to beat a dead horse. No, I don't. I talk about the same stuff all the time. You know, I enjoy it sometimes. But when it comes to these 4K steel books, okay, and that being the only option, okay, you're forcing collectors and physical media people into the steelbook option only. That's already very limited. It's like if you just diversified what you were putting out, you did a slipcover, you did a steelbook, you would have more copies for everybody. It feels like the limited nature of these steelbooks is what's driving people to pre-order quicker, and it's driving that FOMO because people know steelbooks and they know how they sell out, and they sell out very quickly, and then you can't get stuff back in stock. And I just feel like if you had that mix of the two, it would be a better balance for everybody to get a copy because not everybody wants a steelbook. They're just kind of forced into it because that's your only option unless you want to order the overseas option. I mean, that's an option. But it's just an issue, and the fact that they can't meet the demand is an issue, and it continuously is an issue. Now, I will say they have put stuff back in stock. Tombstone's gone back in stock, and Kingdom of Heaven's gone back in stock. Maybe it is the smart way to do it. I don't know. You know, when you compare them to like a Warner Brothers or Universal, where they're doing the regular and they're doing the standard, they're doing the steelbook. Maybe like creating the demands and making a specific number of copies, putting it out there, selling it out, and then like, oh, people want this, we'll put out some more, and then sell it out, put out some more, sell it out. It's irritating, but maybe that's a smarter way to do it. I don't know. It's just annoying. Okay. And it just adds to the frustration of the hobby. And I feel like it is bad for physical media overall because it just drives people away and pisses them off. It's like, and again, it feels needless, unnecessary. Like if you needed more time, make your release date mid-October or something or early November. Why rush it when you just announce it? Like let it build. Let the anticipation build. Announce them, put the pre-orders out, see how many pre-orders you're going to get, like make it unlimited, just see like what's it going to be like if we just let this roll, let everybody that wants to pre-order it. Then when you see those numbers, then produce them and then ship them out a month and a half later. And then you can have some some overstock for the people that order it leading up to the release. But you can at least have a good idea of how many you're going to sell. If you put up the pre-order, it's still 2 months away or a month and a half or whatever. Then you have a good idea of like how many you can gauge the interest of how many steelbooks that you're going to need. Then the pre-orders are in, then you make them, make a little bit more for people that may pre-order, after it releases. Wouldn't that be nice for something to come out and then still be able to pre-order it after it comes out at the release date? I don't know, guys. What do you think? I know I'm probably crying too much. That's what somebody's probably saying in the chat, but it's frustrating, okay? It's frustrating. Let's see. William Cinema's here. I hope you guys can hear me. I guess y'all can hear me. What's up, Scorpions fam? Nintendo Land, Mario. I do want to go to Nintendo Land. What is worst movie Jim Carrey done in career? I think it Dark Crimes. I think the same, exactly the same. I remember renting Dark Crimes from the Red Box in like 2017. I was like, what the hell is this? It's the worst movie I've ever seen. Yeah, that's his worst movie by far. If you say anything else, then you haven't seen Dark Crimes. I cancel my orders from Amazon. I'm buying them from Zavi. Probably smart. Probably smart. What's up, Maria? How are you doing? James is here. We finally received my email. Amazon yesterday arriving for Tron somewhere between October 7th and 23rd. Still nothing on Tron Legacy, though. See, like some people got it worse than me. I'm sitting here bitching, and my Tron's coming Saturday. And, Tron Legacy is coming October 7th. But then some people don't even have a shipping date for Tron Legacy. And then Tron's coming October 7th through 23rd. So some people got it worse than I do. And then you got Michelle over here bragging about how she got hers today. What's up with that? I'm happy for you, Michelle. I'm glad you got them. I mean, anybody that got them, I'm happy for you. It's great. Oh, hold on. I didn't read the whole thing. Legacy was completely smashed and broken on one side. Of course, Amazon can't exchange it, only offer a return and refund. Really? Like they can't even promise that they're going to be able to exchange it at some point? Like give you a new shipping date or something? Like that's crap. Well, I mean, I would totally return it, Michelle. I would return it because I'm sure it'll come back in stock at some point. And if you're like really itching to watch it, just watch the disc as long as the disc is fine. And then return the Steelbook and then you'll get it later. But at least you got to watch it, right? Because they'll re-release it, I'm sure. Sweet. Is that the lenticular? Didn't they advertise like a lenticular slip? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Limited, done deal. No, I mean it's not advertised as being limited. It'll come back at some point, but it'll just be a while. Oh, thanks for reminding me, Kevin. Thanks for reminding me. I don't know yet, Kevin. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. I would like to do separate reviews, but I feel like that would be overkill. Maybe I could do 2 at a time or something. Maybe that's a possibility. We'll see. We'll see. The best superhero movie of 2025 is Thunderbolts, maybe? Probably Thunderbolts. Yeah, I'll say that. Even though I wasn't completely satisfied with the ending, but I'll say that. What's something you do that annoys your wife? Breathing. If you're married, you'll get that. What's up, Patrick? How you doing, man? I may do that. I may do that, Kevin. I may. What's up, Cowabunga dude? What's up, Danny? What's up, Mark? Well, unfortunately, Drew, the shelving unit that I have back there, I'm actually I'm doing a reorganization right now, and I talked about it in that video. But the shelving units that I use, I think I still got them linked down below. They're not on Amazon. They're like discontinued or something. So I got to find new shelves, which sucks. Ken May's here. There's 90 of us in here. Let's get the likes up before the show starts. Thank you, Ken. You're the man. You're the man, Ken. We're at 90 right now. Let's see if we can get to 100, 125, 150. I mean, I got 249 people in here. I should be able to get to 249 like right now. So everybody hit the like button. Bam. We're there. Done. Um, thank you. What's up, Q? How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. Go check out Q. He's got a good physical media channel. Check him out. Nigel's here. I'm hoping there's not any fault to the 4K disc of the Tron movies. No, I don't think it's that at all. I just because like we're seeing people get them, like people are getting them and showing off. I don't think there's an issue with it because some people have them, some people don't. They just couldn't meet the demand, because they announced it 2 weeks ago, and for some stupid reason, and they didn't realize that they were going to get all these pre-orders, I guess, and they can't produce them fast enough. Thank you, Rorschach. What's up, Mr. Gonzal? What's up, Shadow Catcher? Is that it? Shadow Watcher? Is that it? How you doing? Loud and clear. What's up, Ninzizu? Disney and Amazon suck. Well, yeah, they do. I'm not gonna dispute that. I do. I don't think I've seen Cavity Colors or Good Garbs announce Escape from New York shirt. Maybe I missed it though. I can't get every shirt. Those shirts are expensive. I would love it if Walmart just put out a Escape from New York shirt because those are like $9. And sometimes they will do random stuff like that. I love Escape from New York though, so I would rock that for sure. I need to get one. Yeah, hopefully they can make that happen. A lot of Warner Archive stuff gets delayed though. Sweet, Ricky. I'm glad you got him, man. I'm glad you got him. What's up, Ken? I can see and hear you just fine. Yours weren't late; they were destroyed. So many great announcements. The end of the year is so yeah, like it was crazy. I was like, oh my god, I was posting like every freaking 30 minutes yesterday. Crazy. Now I haven't seen it yet. I'm glad it did well in the theaters. That's cool. I still don't understand why it made like double the highest Conjuring movie ever. Like usually it's diminishing returns, but it's cool. It made a lot of money. I'll watch it. I'll probably wait till it comes to physical though, if I'm being honest. I don't feel the need to go to the theaters to see it because I haven't heard like overwhelmingly good things about it. I've just heard it's okay. It was better than the last one, which the last one I hated. So it's not a big bar to clear or a high bar to clear. Yeah, a lot of good stuff coming. I mean, most of which we knew about, but a couple things we didn't. Um, Sweet. Nice, nice. Glad you got it, man. Sweet. Yeah, that's coming out soon. I mean, that came out last year. It was a Walmart exclusive. It's a re-release now, but yeah, if you didn't get that. Kim May, a bunch of people were apparently abusing the Groove sign up 20% off coupon and they just canceled a ton of people's pre-orders. Holy shit. Are you kidding me? I mean, I've only used it once. But yeah, I think because every time I would hear somebody talk about Groove, they would be like, "Oh yeah, I just create another account and do the 20% off." I was like, so if everybody's doing that all the time, they're probably like, "How the hell does all these people have a 20% off coupon?" Oh shit. They shouldn't have canceled their pre-orders though. Um, I would have just dropped it. Just drop it down to 10% or something. That sucks. So that's why we can't have nice things, right? Because people like that. See, I only used it only once, but people are gonna do what they can get away with. I mean, it happens. It happens. Um, Sweet. I see everybody getting Spawn. I ain't got my Spawn yet. I'm pissed. I want my Spawn, damn it. Are they gonna release Friday the 13th Part 3 on 4K? I don't know. I assume that if they were gonna do it, then um they were gonna God, that's what happens when you get old, guys. They were gonna put it in a Paramount Scares box at Volume 3. That's what I thought they were gonna do, but I haven't seen that yet. Any news on Whispers on a 4K release from Dusk Till Dawn? No, I don't know where the hell that is. I know every year I make a video about where just saying where the hell is this? I feel like so it's about. I think we're about due for another one. Let me. I'll need to put out another video. It was like 2021. It was announced. It was supposed to come out. We got. I think we got the cover art. I remember it was like a white cover with some red on it or something, and it was supposed to come out from Paramount. And then it just disappeared and nobody explained it. Nobody has ever explained where it went. And I just assume that because sometimes when that happens, it means that maybe a boutique label is going to pick it up later and put it out. And I just assume that maybe Arrow was working on it. I still think they're working on it. I think Arrow's got it. I really do. And I think it's something we'll see maybe next spring. I'll put my money on that. You know, not all my money, just a little bit of the money. I'll put 100 on that. That's what I'll do. That's what I'm betting on. Next spring, $100 on From Dusk Till Dawn coming out. March, April, May, whatever month. But it'll come out next year. I don't know though. I mean, it's Paramount. Have they even been working with Paramount a lot recently? I mean, I know they got some stuff from Paramount. I mean, Vinegar Syndrome's been working with Paramount. Kino's been working with Paramount. I would not want it from Kino though, because they wouldn't do anything with it. And I don't see Vinegar Syndrome getting it because it's just too mainstream of a title for them. I mean, not that they haven't done some mainstream titles, but I just feel like that one's a little bit outside of their wheelhouse. But it would be cool. I mean, I would love it if Vinegar Syndrome did it too. But whoever does it, studio, boutique label, we need it. We need it. Yeah, they're getting them out as fast as they can, I guess. We got Carter Lovejoy here, and he hopes that Disney will be announcing some holiday titles on 4K soon. Home Alone 2. I've heard a rumor of Home Alone 2 that might be coming this December. But the Santa Claus, I haven't heard anything about. Muppets, I haven't heard anything about. Miracle on 34th Street, haven't heard anything about. And Edward Scissorhands, I haven't heard anything about. And those are all Disney, I'm pretty sure. 20th Century Fox, Disney. Yeah, I think all those are actually. So that's where they're at. Disney. Yeah, I mean, maybe they'll put them all on Steelbook this year. And they'll delay them until February. That's the best we can hope for at this point. Amazon still hasn't let me know when my Nightmare on Elm Street box is coming. No, I don't. I got a delivery date for that. It's coming on September the 30th. It's supposed to be coming to my house on release date. So it better get here on release date. And I mean, that's another issue with Amazon because we've got these Amazon exclusive steelbooks and you can only get them from Amazon. So if they damage the shit out of the Nightmare on Elm Street steelbook and it's sold out, then you can't get another one. You know, I don't know. They're cool covers. I mean, the Tron one's really cool. So, I mean, I wouldn't mind getting it. I just go for the steals, you know. What's up, Frankie? How you doing, buddy? It would be awesome if they did something with it and put new features in there, but I'd still rather have an Arrow video. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. I want the Arrow treatment. I just do. I'm selfish in that way. So same with The Mask. Yeah. Hopefully it'll get to you a month after you ordered it. You know, see if you just would have made the release date October 20th, and it would have been fine. Nobody would have been complaining. You could have fulfilled the orders. What's up, LFL? Oh, well, that sucks. I'm not gonna get Spinal Tap until the sale. Oh, I mean, a lot of people are saying they're mind-blowing. I mean, they just put everything they had into those 4Ks. So, cutting edge restorations is what I'm hearing. Greatest of all time. Sweets. Yeah, I'm waiting on my Corpse Bride. Samsung 4K TV to 65-inch LG OLED. Yeah, man. Yeah, it'll change. You'll definitely have a greater appreciation for 4K, for sure. because before the OLED, I was like, I mean, I guess it looks pretty good. I guess it looks better than the Blu-ray, and I was kind of like having the squint to see if I could see any differences. Now it's like I pop that 4K in, I pop the Blu-ray in, it's like night and day in 90% of cases. You know, every now and then be pretty close. Mostly on modern films. You know, if it's a newer film, it's like the 4K and Blu-ray pretty close. But yeah, those classic film restorations, like you can tell a big difference on that OLED. What's up, Adrian? I got the October 9th through 19th estimate for Tron. However, my Sound of Music 4K, which is due next week, still is that coming out next week? Damn. Yeah, I wonder what's gonna happen with I mean Sound of Music wasn't Sound of Music like November? Is it next week? But I wonder what's gonna happen with Rocky Horror Picture Show because I got a delivery date for the day it comes out, October 7th for that. I wonder if it's gonna get delayed last minute. Yeah, it almost feels like that, doesn't it? It almost feels like they're trying to turn us off physical media on purpose. That's what I don't like about it. You know, I'm sure that's just, me conspiracy theory, whatever, just talking out of my ass or whatever, but it feels real. You know, it feels like they hate physical media and they want to turn us all away from it. So they're like purposefully delaying the stuff to piss us off, you know. You know that mouse always up to dastardly doings. Um I feel that there's a shortage in steelbook production with all these steelbook only releases, also big box set. I mean, that's another thing, guys. Like, I looked at all my pre-orders on Amazon, and they're all steelbooks, every one of them. And I'm not a steelbook person. You know, I'd much rather have a nice slipcover, but it's my only option in most cases. The Tron steelbooks, Night of the Living Dead steelbooks or steelbook, the Back to the Future steelbooks. Of course, I don't have to get those. I got the one set in the back, and they've got alternate version. They've got alternatives for that, but I just want singular, like standalone editions of those movies. Like I love all three of them, and I want them separately, not just in a little envelope case. Rocky Horror Picture Show, steelbook only. Um, Silverado, steelbook only. Quick and the Dead. Now that has a 4K, but this new 4K with I think there's a new feature in Dolby Vision, steelbook only. So plus the Quick and the Dead steelbook is awesome. I would buy that, probably prefer that over the slipcover just because of the wanted poster and everything. It's really cool. Um yeah, yeah, I agree, man. Yeah, I should have jumped, but I jumped on Amazon first because that's what I saw first, and I didn't even think to go to Orbit. Hell yeah, make that money. Yeah, I mean, I've heard, yeah, I seen Jake got it, that dirty son of a gun. Um, yeah, I've heard it was great, so I was super excited to watch it, really. And it's like I don't wanna watch it in October, it's like it's Halloween season, I wanna be watching horror movies, I don't watch Tron. I wanna watch it now. I want it now, damn it. That would be wouldn't that be something? I wouldn't put it past them. Yeah, especially since you know, they're probably rushing to get them out. Yeah, well, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Yeah. No, it's not a steelbook only. There's a 4K. There's a 4K. It's actually on Groove. So since you bring it up, let me show you. It's Warner Brothers. They're good about doing both for now. That could always change. But the Warner Bros are good about it. Now you're probably gonna flinch at the artwork a little bit. Uh, but it's a standard version. See, there it is. Up on Groove right now. I don't think it's up for pre-order on Amazon yet, though. I noticed that the other day. It was only on Groove, and only the Steelbook you can pre-order on Amazon right now. So, and they also don't have the artwork for the Steelbook on Groove, but they have it on Amazon, but I'm assuming it's gonna be the same. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate the artwork, but it is kinda your typical, "Ugh, what the fuck is that?" Warner Brothers artwork. Oh, shit. Arrow Video does it right, and they do it right. Honestly, I have it on Blu-ray. I haven't watched the Blu-ray, though. I'll be honest. I bought it from Best Buy back in the day for $6 though. Create false rarity in order to increase prices. Well, I mean, here's the thing, for years, we all we did was say, "We want this, we want that, we want Disney to finally do this, we want 'em to finally do that." And there's some momentum now. There's some movements, right? So that's a good thing, the Disney's, but it's like I said in another video, it's like they do one positive thing for us, for the home video crowd, and then they throw in like 10 negative things along with it. So it's like it just, yeah, we're getting this thing that we wanted, but there's all this negative shit around it that just puts us in a shitty mood and pretty much just cuts out all that positive stuff, erases it all. And you almost forget that, oh, well, I'm finally getting this movie on 4K that I wanted for the longest time, which is the most important thing, right? But it's like all this shit and bullshit that surrounds it gets you so pissed off that you don't even care about it anymore by the time you get to it, because the whole experience of ordering it and getting it is so shitty. Um, so yeah, I mean, in a lot of ways, I agree with you, but yeah, I got that too. I'm excited to watch it. I never got the UK version, so yeah, I'm excited to dive into that one. Your Tron was canceled by Barnes& and Noble, that sucks. Really? What was the, reason? Yeah, I feel the same way. I do love my HDR and my Dolby Vision. I love a good 4K that can just really showcase that, you know? There's nothing like it. Am I gonna have a Stranger Things night party with your family? When? When it comes out on Christmas and New Year's Eve? Is that when it's supposed to come out? Maybe. Maybe. What's up, Christopher? Yeah, I think everybody's pretty much out of stock. You can still get it on Zavi though. It's the overseas steelbook, but it's pretty much the same artwork. Are you kidding me? You're still waiting on that and you pre-ordered it when it was announced? That's bullshit. Oh, I haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen that yet, but I'm excited to watch that. Guys, we got 300 people in here. What the hell? People are pissed about these Tron steelbooks. If you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button. We've already talked about the Tron steelbook situation, and it's bullshit. Okay? That's my take on it. What do you guys think? I know I didn't. Josh, did you just get here? I said mine's delayed. Josh, come on, Josh. Where Disney, Sony really messing up, but they could easily do a steelbook and slipcover editions here in the States, but they're always creating a sense of FOMO. Yeah, that's maybe it's smart, but I don't know. I feel like they would sell more if they did both. You know, I feel like overall they would make more money and get more of a return on their investment doing the restoration if they did both. Because there's 100% people that's like, screw that. I'm not paying $40 to get that. But if it's 30, they might. And honestly, like I feel like they would get the same amount of people that they want to order their 4K steelbook. It would still probably sell out. And then you get a lot more people buy the standard version. I just think it's a lot of money they're leaving on the table, you know. For some of these titles. You know, maybe if they want to start doing some more lesser known titles, you know, maybe just a steelbook for that. But with something like Tron or Tombstone, do them both, you know. Probably at this point from Dusk Till Dawn. I think that's at the top of my list, honestly. But thank you for being here, Bruce. I appreciate it. Yeah, Disney UK is just cooler. They're just cooler in the UK. Ratman's good. He's resting in the back. Do you want to see Ratman? I mean, it is getting to the spooky season. See, he's all good. He's still back there. He's still hanging out. He joins me every live stream. He's always here with me. Hail Ratma, you know. I am really excited for VHS Halloween. Is that what it's called? I love the VHS franchise. Which I did a cool stream with another YouTuber this week, after hours video, which I want to promote. We were on there. I was on there talking about found footage movies, which is a genre I really enjoy. And we talked about Paranormal Activity. We talked about Blair Witch. We talked about the VHS franchise, Creep, a bunch of really awesome found footage films. And I linked that in my community tab a couple of nights ago. It was Tuesday night. So if you want to check out that, go check it out if you're into found footage. My favorite Robert Redford movie, you know, I'm ashamed to say I haven't seen a good portion of his filmography. Um, I've seen Butch Cassidy. I've seen um the Sting. Is that what's called? The Sting? I've seen Captain America Winter Soldier. He's a great villain in that. Indecent Proposal. I'd have to look up his filmography. I feel like there's other stuff I've seen. But yeah, I mean it's sad that he passed away. But he was also pretty old. You know, it's hard to get too sad when somebody dies at 89. You're like, well, it's just, you know, that's just what happens. You get old. But it's always a good time to celebrate somebody's legacy. Oh, The Natural. I've seen The Natural. He was really good in The Natural. Maybe that one. But Butch Cassidy is a classic. Um, you know, all the President's Men. Um, I just feel like there's a big one I've seen and I cannot. I'm looking at it. Oh, he was in The Legend of Bagger Vance. I mean, I've seen that movie. The Dark Wind. My mom was over yesterday and asked her what her favorite film was, and she named a movie I'd never seen before. Sneakers. I got to get sneakers. Out of Africa. Oh, 3 Days of the Concord. Jeremiah Johnson. A lot of bangers. I'll say The Natural. That's a really good movie. I feel like he was really good in that. Yeah, I do have, this is my favorite Ghost flavor. They finally brought it back, from my request because I was bitching about it. Bubblicious. Strawberry. Um, what's up, Bruno? Did you check out imprint version of the Keep or sticking with the Vinegar Syndrome one? The imprint one I got in the mail was insane. I mean, that looked like a freaking awesome set. Like, it's like the Never Ending Story size box set, pretty much. But the Keep is that movie has no meaning to me. Like, it doesn't mean it. Like, I'm not gonna pay $200 to get a, or 180 or whatever it was, to get a huge box set. Like, Never Ending Story is a classic I grew up with, and I just wanted that edition. But like, for me to throw down that kind of money, it's gotta it's gotta have some meaning to me. And the Keep, like, I liked it. I thought it was okay, but I'm good with the Vinegar Syndrome. I don't need to get that. I mean, I haven't even ordered GI Jane. I generally just try to stay away from imprint stuff unless they just really lure me in because it's just way overpriced. I mean, I'll just be honest. I feel like I got my money's worth with Never Ending Story, just because it's a big like prop book of the movie, and I feel like that in and of itself is pretty valuable. And then you got the movie on 4K, 5 discs, all kinds of special features, all kinds of collectible stuff inside, posters. There's like 3 posters, like full size posters inside of it. So I feel like the value was there, and it might be there with the Keep too. I just don't care about the Keep that much to get a release like that. But it looked really cool, and if you love the movie, then that's awesome. Sweet. What's up, Face the Movies? How you doing, buddy? 2:40 here in the UK. Well, thank you for being with me so late, Alan. I appreciate you staying up. Ben says I need my own G Fuel energy drink flavor. Can you do that? Can you create your own G Fuel energy? Groove canceled my weapon steelbook because I used the coupon too many times. Well, you know what? It serves you all right for not using the coupon code like you're supposed to. That's kind of funny though. I can't like how do they define like how many times did you use it and what gets canceled, you know? Like what warrants a cancellation? Is it the 5th time you do it? Is it the 6th time? Is it the 3rd time? And what if you've got like 5 different pre-orders where you used it, you know, all 5 times? Did they cancel all 5? Did they cancel 2 of them? Did they cancel 3 of them? Like there's a lot of gray area there, you know. I need more specifics. What's up, Illuminated Pro? Oh, we're close, man. It almost doesn't feel real. It's like for months we were just all everybody was talking about what's the cover art gonna look like, whether it was like really hyped, and then it felt like after all the information got out, it was just done. And then we're all just on autopilot, just cruising towards the destination of the release. Um, but I'm excited. I mean, I'm really excited to watch Dream Master on 4K, really. Antonis, thank you so much. $5 super chat. First super chat of the night. Thank you, Antonis, for the support. Do you own TCM releases from Arrow Video that came out recently this year? Antonis, I reviewed them, or at least I reviewed the 2003. I talked about the beginning and I think a collection update. It was a very long collection update, but I talk about it in the very beginning of that video. So go check it out. But yeah, um I reviewed the 2003. So go check it out on my review 4K review playlist. But thank you so much for the support. And let me give you a little super chat clip for your troubles if I can find one. Nice. You can't afford 4K anything. Well, I mean, look, Blu-ray's fine. You can't get it, you can't get it. Ain't worth losing sleep over. If I get it, I'll probably get the Warner Archive release because again, it's a movie that I've never seen, so it's like, why am I gonna why am I gonna get the most expensive release for something I haven't seen? I'll be fine just getting the regular slip for that. Well, somebody called out Pee-wee's Big Adventure, so let's go ahead and bring that up. So I was going to talk about the Criterions tonight. All right. Yep, the Criterion Collection did announce Pee-wee's Big Adventure, which I think marks the first time a Tim Burton movie has entered the Criterion Collection. Right? That's right. Has to be right. I am calling for a 4K of Mars Attacks. I think that would fit perfectly within the Criterion Collection. Um, I gotta say though, I generally speaking, I don't love the cartoon coloring book art style. Vinegar Syndrome and the partner labels specifically, a lot of those partner labels, they tend to use that style, and I don't really like it to the point where it's like it's just not attractive to me. And sometimes it's like, I don't even want to get that just because of what the slipcover looks like or the artwork on the cover. I will get this. Um, and I'll also say right now, you may gasp in the audience. I have never seen Pee-wee's Big Adventure in its entirety. I did not grow up with this film. I watched Pee-wee. I watched the show all the time, but I didn't watch this movie. I may have seen parts of it growing up, but I just don't remember specifically sitting down and watching this entire film in its entirety. So this will be like a first time watch for me. I actually feel like I've seen Big Top Pee-wee in its entirety before, but I don't think I've seen Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I have no memory of Large Marge or anybody from the movie. So I'm excited to get this. It comes out in December, so we'll miss the Criterion sale, but I might just go ahead and pick this one up and when it comes out at 35, just because it's Pee-wee and I feel like it'll be worth it. But that artwork just isn't it. I think they could have done something better with that. Again, I get what they're going with, but it's a kids movie, I guess, and they're like, oh, kids coloring book, crayons, artwork, Pee-wee in the corner, cool. I don't know. I just think they could have done better with it. But that's just my opinion. You got the Criterion logo up there in the corner, directed by Tim Burton. Let's look at the features here. So, well, that's what I like to see. And you know what? Criterion, when they want to, they can go out and they can get these big names to be a part of their releases, and they did here because they got Tim Burton on here with an interview with Tim Burton talking about Pee-wee's Big Adventure. That's pretty damn cool. Actor filmmaker Richard Oyod. Is that how you pronounce that name? Uh, so yeah, new interview with Burton. New interviews with the co-writer, editor, production designer, producer, conducted by critic Mark Olson. Interview from 2005 with Rubens. Excerpt from 40th anniversary screening of the film presented by Nostalgic Nebula and hosted by comedian Dana Gould. So yeah, looks like a really good amount of special features, couple of audio commentaries, one of which is the composer Danny Elfman with the score. And this is a 4K UHD presented in Dolby Vision and HDR, and it's got a Blu-ray as well. So, and it looks like you can get the Blu-ray. You can get the regular 4K or you can get the Blu-ray, and it comes out on December the 16th. So very cool. I'm excited for Pee-wee. You also got David Byrne's American Utopia. You got I Know Where I'm Going. I think that's a 4K as well. Salam Bamba is a 4K. And then His Girl Friday is coming to 4K. This is actually a 3-disc set right here. And I've already got His Girl Friday. I believe that was in the Columbia Classics set volume 4. I believe, and I watched it in that set for the first time. Really good film. Um, Now this one's got a movie called it's got an extra film in it, and this looks like it's gonna have Dolby Vision HDR, so that's cool. Um, but this has, like, an extra disc with an extra movie. Yeah, the front page, which I've actually seen the front page, if that's the one from 1931. I think there was a remake of it, and I remember thinking that was a good movie. There was, like, a time it was when HBO Max first came out, it was, like, back in 2020, and I, like, went through a bunch of movies on old classic movies on HBO Max in the Turner Classics section, and I, like, watched a bunch of movies from 1931, and the front page was one of them. So, yeah. I remember it being good, though. I liked it, but that's included here, and I think that's a new restoration as well. Yeah, it's made from a recently discovered print of director Louis Mile Milestone's preferred version with uncompressed mono soundtrack, which would probably be a much better version than what was on HBO Max from back in the day. So very cool. And then we got Return to Reason, which is I think a 4-film Blu-ray set of 4 films by Man Ray. So yeah, 2 movies I've seen, or no, 1 movie I know about, haven't seen, and then 1 movie I've seen, and then 4 movies I know nothing about at all. That's Criterion for you. But what do you guys think of the Criterion collection announcements for December? Yeah, I'm getting the Eddington 4K. It's coming. Sweet. I'm excited for that. Look, Criterion's having a great year. They really are. I think that they're a top honestly, just in terms of like the title selection, I think they might be top 3 boutique labels this year. You know, and I don't always say that about Criterion, but I think that they're up there with Arrow. They might be in second place, honestly. I mean, Kino's up there too, I think, just because they put out so much, but they don't have a lot to theirs in terms of like special features and stuff. Um, they're in the top 3 for sure. Top 3 for sure. Antonis with another super chat. Thank you, Antonis. Since you put Tron on the title of your live stream, are you going to see Tron Ares this October? That was the plan, you know, to watch both of these movies on 4K and then go see Tron Ares. So yeah, I was gonna do that because I was gonna watch both of them with my son, and then I was gonna take him to see the new Tron. So hopefully I get him in enough time to well, I mean, I'll get the first one for sure, and I can watch Legacy because I own it on Blu-ray if I really want to, but I would rather wait for the 4K. But thank you so much, Antonis. Let me give you a little super chat clip for your trouble.
It's coming! It's headed right for us!
It's already here. Oh, your release date's the 30th? Sweet. Well, supposedly with the Frighteners, whatever German company that put it out, was it Cape Light that put it out? I can't remember, but apparently they had like exclusive rights to it for 5 years. Something crazy like that. That's what I remember from back in the day. But the 5 years is almost up. And it's 2026, I think, when it ends, and that's going to be the 30th anniversary of the movie. So hopefully, yeah, hopefully we can get an Arrow video release of that next year. That would be freaking awesome to get the Frighteners and From Dusk Till Dawn. Hell yeah, I'm all for it. That'd be a great year. Oh, it has a new interview with James Brolin. Yeah, I wanted to get that. I think I'm going to get it now because it went down to. Oh, guys, Barnes and Noble is doing the Kino sale again. Now, the Barnes and Noble Kino sale isn't usually as good as the actual Kino sale, which we should be getting the actual Kino sale in pretty soon. I mean, we'll get that in October probably, maybe before that, maybe the next week. Like, yeah, I think sometimes it's the end of September into early October, right? I think it's possible we could have the Kino sale, the actual Kino sale going on at the same time as the Barnes and Noble Kino sale, which would be interesting to see what Amazon does because they like the price match stuff. but they're already price matching on Amazon, some of the Barnes& and Noble prices, and a lot of the new Kinos, even the stuff that hasn't come out yet, like Bone Collector, is $22.50 to pre-order right now. So, all right. I don't think it ever actually went up. Like, it went up and then disappeared, and I don't think that ever went up for pre-order, so I don't think it's sold out. Yep, it's pre-ordered, and it's on its way, hopefully, in the next couple weeks. I mean, that's fair. Like, look, if you're happy with it, why even if the 4K is, like, so much better, like, ignorance is bliss, right? You know, if you don't know any better, then just enjoy your Blu-ray if you're happy with it. Um, yeah, they're supposed to be doing Memento, right? Yeah, they did announce that. They had that on, like, their calendar they shared. Um, so that'll probably come out probably in February or March next year, maybe January. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We need the Pauly Shore collection, we need the Ernest collection, we need it all. Yep, yep. I did know that. I did know that. Oh, sweet. Yeah, I saw that, that where they announced that it was coming out, they were gonna screen it. That's cool. They haven't announced it yet. I'm assuming probably next year, maybe early next year, we'll get, like, the Roger Moore collection or something. But selfishly, I want the Pierce Brosnan collection next. Alright, guys, I gotta skip ahead in the chat a little bit, I'm sorry. Um A lot of people in here tonight. I appreciate you guys. Let me know what you think of the Tron Steelbook situation. What is yours delayed to? Let me know. No, I wanted to see the long walk. But yeah, I didn't. So hopefully I'll get a chance to. If not, I'll just have to wait for physical media. Um yeah, yeah, that's Walmart sucks. I hate ordering from them. Hate it. I hated that. I would rather have Amazon do that, have the exclusives than Walmart because that I hated when Walmart had all the Lionsgate stuff, and it looked like they were gonna be the home for Lionsgate exclusives. I hated that, because they would never be in store, and pre-ordering from them is always a freaking nightmare, and I didn't like it. Yeah, pretty much. Why only 4K? I mean, there is a Blu-ray. If you want the Blu-ray, you can pick that up already. Yeah, the art I already saw the artwork being, controversial. I might do that. I might, because there's a lot of classic Christmas movies that I haven't seen that I would like to. I kinda did that a little bit, the year before last. I watched a bunch of Christmas horror movies, and then I watched a bunch of, like, classic Christmas movies, like Christmas in Connecticut. I watched The Shop Around the Corner, which was great. Freaking I love anything with James Stewart in it. And, I feel like I watched a few other classics, but yeah, I might do that. Yeah, probably. Uh, yeah, Groove's awesome. I love Groove. And everybody out there is trying to take advantage of Groove, this great company that always puts stuff up for pre-order at really good prices. When you guys are out there taking advantage of them, you should be ashamed of yourselves. If you've used that 20% coupon more than once, shame on you for treating Groove that way. It's one thing to treat Amazon that way, but Groove, little Groove over here that does everything for us, you know, they're pretty much the reason we get all these sales on Amazon and these prices go down because they pretty much took the place of Best Buy as far as like pricing the stuff and forcing Amazon's hand to change their prices. I mean, it's up on Amazon, but it's just not available to pre-order yet. Probably. Oh, shoot. Probably very soon. I got 290 people in here watching me, and I'm freaking yawning on a live stream. What the hell is this? If I were you all, I would leave immediately. But don't leave just yet because I'm gonna be bitching about Scream Factory here shortly, and it might get heated. I don't know. Depends on how much energy I have for it. Um, Place my Tron's pre-order on 9 to 5 with Amazon when it went live. I won't get it for a month after release date. Damn. Yeah, I mean, I did it immediately too. It was a Friday, right? It was a Friday. I was on my way home from work. I literally did it. This is the worst thing you can do, guys. I'm sorry, but it is. And I shouldn't have done it. But I was driving and I was pre-ordering the Steelbooks as I was driving because I freaked out and I was like, these are gonna sell out in like half hour. Um, I should have pulled over. Yeah, they've always sucked ass, haven't they, Steffi? Yeah. Yeah, that would be something for them to do. I mean, at least 2 and 3, and they should get standalone releases, slip covers, steel books. Um, I don't know how many people will be clamoring for a good day to die hard, but live free or die hard, live free or die hard definitely has its fans. So yeah, I mean, they could do a box set. Nice. Oh, I want to watch that. Damn. I already made my list though. I mean, we've gotten what 3 Sean William Scott movies this year so far: Road Trip, American Pie 2, and The Rundown. We need role models. That's what we need. What's up, The Godfather? Oh, I got mine today too. Yeah, I am getting mine. Yeah, end of days, they get a shipment notification today. Oh, I'm excited. I'm gonna get on that as soon as it comes. I love that movie. Yeah, that steel that was it was real. Yeah, it was real. I mean, it's Disney's in charge, but yeah, Sony's handling their production and stuff. So I guess yeah, maybe part of the blame can go to Sony too. Um, but I see Disney, if Disney's the one that's like facilitating this, they're the ones that are in charge. I feel like you don't see this happen, I feel like, as much with Sony. Like their stuff will sell out, but it'll remain in stock for a little bit. Maybe that's because their stuff isn't as in demand as the Disney stuff is. That could be the case too. But usually when Sony does their Steelbook, it'll I mean, I feel like Panic Room stayed in stock until it was released at least, and then maybe it sold out after. But I could be maybe it was before. I could be wrong on that. But yeah, blame Sony too. Sony sucks. Blame them too. I've read one book and I'm about a third of the way through War of the Worlds right now. I'm reading all those classic books because I bought a bunch of them at Books a Million. But no, it's hard for me to catch up on reading. I've been like my free time, I've been playing video games. I'm playing Breath of the Wild right now on the Switch. And it's a game I've been wanting to play. It came out in 2017 because I'm a big Zelda fan. And I don't know how far I'm into it. I've beaten one of the if anybody's played it, I've beaten one of the divine beasts. So I think there's 4 of them. So I'm maybe a fourth of the way through, I guess. But I feel like I've barely scratched the surface. But I'm enjoying that. Well, you're smart, Alexander. I should have done that. Yeah, from now on, I need to do better. If it's on any other site, if it's not Amazon exclusive, I just need to order from Orbit or Diabolic or somewhere else. What's up, Heroic Waffles? Well, my Tron Legacy is delayed to the 7th through the 20th, but my Tron is coming this Saturday. But some people's delayed all the way till October. So that's just not acceptable. Okay. You have a release date, people spend their money, hard-earned money, by the way. There's a cost of shit is just keeps going up. It feels like. I know every time I go to the grocery store, it feels like everything went up like 20, 30 cents every single week. Ain't nothing going down. Eggs went down. That's about it. Um, so it's like this is our hard-earned money. We got other stuff to spend it on. We're spending it on physical media still, because we love this stuff and we're passionate about it. The least you could do is hold up your end of the bargain. And when you say something's going to release and we give you $80 for it or 85 for both these damn steelbooks with tax, you deliver it on freaking time. Is that too much to ask? I'm telling you. I get worked up. That is a criticism. It is kind of funny that my two favorites, Warner Brothers and Arrow, they're the ones that leave out the Blu-ray. Um, I guess for me, that's something I'm willing to give up in exchange for great picture quality, new special features, nice packaging. Um, but at the end of the day, like that's when they're the only studios and boutique labels that are doing that, it does kind of stand out. But I will say, in comparison to some of the others, especially Warner Brothers, their stuff is very affordable compared to some of the other studios. You can get a Warner Brothers Steelbook for 30. What other studio is charging 30 for a Steelbook? Paramount, maybe? Paramount? Lionsgate's 35 to 40. Disney's 40 to 45 to 50 in some cases. Sony 40 to 45. No, I think that's it. Pretty much that's 5 studios. That's all we got now. But even like, Shutter, Decal Releasing, some of the smaller ones are still like 35, $40. So I feel like compared to all the other studios, the price is lower. And even for the Steelbook, um, you'll get the 4K and the Blu-ray often. So like Warner Bros. Will give you both, but you got to get the Steelbook, but it's only 30. So if you're willing to spend 30 to get both or 40 to get both from some of the other companies, why wouldn't you for Warner Brothers? But in a lot of cases, like just the 4K itself, because they give you that option, will be like 22 or 23. And then they'll go on sale like 2 weeks later and they'll be freaking 18 or 19 in a lot of cases. So at least the price, it's reflected in the price, you know. So that's something I'm willing to give, I guess, give up. Dex says the problem with companies not making enough copies of movies is because of poor people. Because poor people can't afford to buy movies, poor people can't afford to buy movies they stream. Um, well, that just goes into a whole different area of conversation that I don't know if I'm prepared to tackle. Uh, yeah, I never bought those TV shows. I didn't buy one of them, and I was on here saying they need to do these for the longest time. But honestly, like I'm saying it not because I want it, but because I know it would sell and people would want to collect it and get it. They would want to be able to own it. And I think like Netflix, all these streaming services, you can make your stuff exclusive for a year or so. And then who's signing up for your streaming service for that show that came out 2 years ago? Nobody. So start releasing it on physical media, give people the chance to own him. Ratman is doing well. I got The Ordinary People. I need to watch it. Oh, I think you're right. I think you're right. Yeah, I would love Love both of those. Oh my god, I love both of those movies. Dog Day Afternoon's like a freaking masterpiece. But I go back and forth between Boogie Nights and There Will Be Blood. They're two totally different films as like what's my favorite Paul Thomas Anderson film. Um, but I love both those movies. Boogie Nights is gonna look incredible in 4K. It's gonna look freaking awesome. I am excited to see his new one, One Battle After Another. I've been hearing some good things about it. Hey, what's up, Jake? How you doing, buddy? I'll be honest, I would rather it be the same size. I'm not a huge fan of those big hulking box sets. I would rather it be just a smaller, like the other ones, like match it, but it's chunkier, you know. I would rather it be something like that. But it looks nice, you know, and I'm probably gonna get it. Um, so I think it'll be my first like big little package edition or big whatever you call those editions they do. I thought about getting Midsummer before because that's the only way you can get that on 4K. But then I thought about it and I'm like, I don't like this movie, so why am I gonna get it? But isn't there like the director's cuts that's the only way you can see the director's cut too, right? I've never seen that, so I kind of wanted to watch it. I saw it at Walmart and I just wasn't willing to pay 50 bucks at that point in time. So maybe at some point I'll get that. Because the good thing about A24 is their stuff stays in stock. Like you can get like I don't think anything's out of print on their website. So that's a good thing about A24 and what they're doing with their stuff. It's not limited. You know, you can get on their website anytime and get this get their editions. So that's cool. I can respect that. Gary, what am I drinking at you? This is what I've always done. I mean, I used to stay up till like 2:30 or 3 o'clock, and I drink coffee like up until I went to bed, and I could go to sleep just fine. So I'll be okay. I'll sleep like a baby. One day I'll learn about the importance of sleep. One day. Um, but you know, I'm gonna get off this stream at 11:15, 11:30, and then I'm gonna go to bed and wake up at 5 a.m. Go back to work. That's the life, you know. That's the life of somebody that has a full-time job and creates content on YouTube. Yeah, I saw that. And I gotta look into that. I think it had new features. And I feel like one of the features was with Tarantino. So yeah, Imprint and Criterion and Second Sight, like they can get names that some of the other labels can't get from what I've noticed. Well let me dive into it with you guys. We might as well, right? Imprint films. Films. Um, where'd it go? There it is. Let me get this super chat real quick from Q, the movie collector. Thank you, man. Can you can get the Canadian 4K with a slip of Midsummer. That's how I originally got. Oh shit. How much is that, Q? Yeah, I might have to get that. I might have to get that instead. Thank you so much, man, for the $5. Let me give you a little super clip for your troubles.
She got a great ass! And you got your head all the way up it!
There you go, sir. I know you can I know you can appreciate some Al Pacino at this point in time. Heat is a masterpiece, by the way. I won't hear any different. All right. What am I doing? So yeah, Imprint announced this Jackie Brown box set. I don't know what they're doing over there at Imprint. They're announcing shit like every week, and I feel like it used to be every month, but now it's like every week they're announcing a new big ass box set. And like, what are y'all done yet? Like, what's going on? Um, and it's a good looking box set. I mean, I love Tarantino and I love Jackie Brown. It's a great film, but it's like $90. No, thank you. Um, I'm not. I mean, and that's Australian, you know? Or no, it's not. Yeah, it is. So I guess it would be 75, 80 US, something like that. Still a lot of money. I mean, when it goes up on Diabolic, it'll probably be 70 or 80. But let's see. 1,500 copies only. There's a brand new essay by film critic Bilge Ebery. But I want to say there's new features here. Breaking down Jackie Brown, How It Went Down documentary. A look back at Jackie Brown interview with director Quentin Tarantino. Maybe not. Maybe this is all the shit that was on the Blu-ray. Because I remember that round table when I reviewed it. And I think the documentary was older too. And none of it was new to the 4K. It was all on the Blu-ray from back in the day. So yeah, I think I misspoke. I don't think there's anything new here. So this is definitely not worth it at all. I mean, if you got that 4K from Lionsgate Limited, or it's on Amazon, like the regular 4K slip is on Amazon, just get that. It is a great 4K though. Like it's one of the best visually 4Ks of the year. But no, it ain't worth that. I have not seen the cats, but I do have the cat right there. The cat is here. Oh, there you go. There you go. That's how they're finding out. What's up, Carrie? What other director's first feature films would you want to see get the Criterion treatment? Well, I could go with Kevin Smith and say Clerks. I think that Clerks would be a really solid pick for the Criterion collection on 4K. Um Let me see. I'm trying to think of a director that um has got some time that doesn't already have a 4K that's been around for a little bit. Um yeah, all I can think of is Clerks off the top of my head. I mean, I would love to see Boogie Nights come to the Criterion collection. I think that would be a good Criterion, good fit for Criterion, but that's not Paul Thomas Anderson's first film, that's a second film. Blood Simple, Coen Brothers' first film, already has Criterion. So, that's a tough question, Jacob, but I have one answer at least. Let's see. Oh, nice, Nigel. I'll have to check that out. Well, it serves you right, Ryan. Uh, so I don't think we're going this year, Q. So last year we drove down there and we like waited in line. It was so crowded. I do not recommend going down there on a Saturday. Like during the day. If you're gonna go get there early, we were not expecting the scale. I've never been to a horror convention, so this is gonna be our first one. It was massive. Like, I had no idea, like, it drew that many people. So when we got there, there was, like, lines going out of the building, and it was clear after, like, the first hour we weren't gonna get in. And I was like, "By the time we get in here, we'll be able to walk around for, like, an hour," and we just left. So we had, like, a nice day trip to Lexington. We ate somewhere and went back home. Um, so I don't think we'll go this year, and honestly, I'm not big into autographs and things like that, so really, I would just be walking around just seeing people, I guess. Um, I would wanna hit up some of the physical media tables and things like that and just enjoy I guess, the atmosphere of it, but I wouldn't wanna get any autographs. I'm not gonna spend $300, $400 to get somebody's autograph or $80 even. I'm too cheap, and I got too much physical media to buy. But, I would love to try to go back again, you know? God, I hope not. It feels like they've got their shit together with Nightmare on Elm Street. It feels like it. Um, they limited it to 4,000. They haven't put it back out. Um, there was reports that they might put it back out, but it seems like they're holding to the 4,000. I think at some point they'll do a re-release of it, and it'll just be missing something that the original didn't have, or it'll be some kind of a different version of it. But it seems like it's gonna come. It feels like it. I have a good feeling, you know, and I've had my release date of September 30th since I pre-ordered it. So, I would love that. Oh, that'd be another great one. Mars Attacks from Arrow. Shit. Yeah, it's Warner Brothers too, isn't it? Yeah, it could happen. It could happen. Well, that's a very harsh stance, Dex. You know, I do agree with you. People do need jobs, you know. Um, but people that have jobs could still not be able to afford physical media. I don't like this artwork for Pee Wee. What the fuck, Criterion and Wow. Or what's up, Captain Horror, by the way? Never seen this in its entirety, dude. Yeah, look, I be like that sometimes. I'll be throwing out some all-time classic, and I've never seen it. I've actually got a video coming about that, so stay tuned. There's a lot bigger ones that you guys will be appalled to know I haven't seen. Uh, yeah, I'm excited to watch it. Like I said, I watched the show, but I just don't remember watching the movie. But I did grow up with Batman '89, Batman Returns, Beetlejuice, Mars Attacks, all of Burton's other films from the '80s and '90s, you know, with the exception of Ed Wood. I didn't see that till later. That would be a good criterion. Ed Wood would be a great criterion. Um, well, it looks like a coloring book to me, Gary. I'm sorry, but I'm simple minded. I'm like Simple Jack over here. You make me happy. I think you got a fine brain, Jack. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. Oh, I love Tropic Thunder though. Yeah, I'm excited. Sure he is, Carrie. Sure he is. Sure he is. If him's coming out this weekend, we might see him. Because I know my wife wanted to see that. So we might see that. Did Spike Lee Did he direct that? I felt like I knew Spike Lee's filmography. I didn't know that he directed that. Or is that what that is? An HBO concert special? I'm excited for Pee-wee. I don't know if I need that being out there on the internet. I did a video on that recently, Too Much Media. I don't think that I don't think I don't know, it's hard to tell. We could always get discs that say they support it, but I feel like it's just gonna be a thing where they release, like, the TVs that are capable of doing it, and then that will enhance our current 4Ks. I don't feel like they're gonna make new 4Ks for it, but I feel like somebody will try the gimmick and say, "Well, this is made specifically for this TV and player that can do that. So you have to get this version of the." I feel like that will happen. Traditionally, with Criterion, December's always weak. It always is. But the past couple of years, there's been some bangers. I mean, last year was No Country. Now you're getting Pee Wee. So, but it always feels like they blow their wad in November, and then December is kind of a regrouping period, and then they usually come back strong in January. January is usually a good month for Criterion, but they've been a good year. I've heard they're done, and we haven't heard anything about any more coming. I mean, they did 2 of them last year, like 2 of them, so it's possible they just took a year off and maybe volume 6 will come next year. But, we shall see. I think there's more juice in the tank for him, though. There actually is supposed to be some new stuff. I mean, there's a new feature. There's a 25 there's like a retrospective with Ron Howard on it that's brand new, and then it's adding Dolby Vision and, Dolby Atmos. So, yeah, there's new stuff for it, and I'm glad I never bought the 4K, so now I can get this edition. And there's supposed to be a regular version and a Steelbook. Yeah, very silly. Like, why would you get that? Like, there's no incentive other than the packaging, which is an incentive. I mean, I get, drawn in by good packaging, but if I got the steel book, like, what am I getting that for? There's nothing in there. It never went up for pre-order. It'll be back. It'll be back. It just got listed and they pulled it off. It might be back now, but it hasn't actually went up for pre-order yet. I wouldn't worry about it. That happens a lot. I have heard that it repeats a scene. I've also heard it's very minor and not super noticeable, whereas the cell was very noticeable, like extremely noticeable. So it might not be as substantial as an issue on the Night of the Juggler. But yeah, if you know something's got a flaw and there's another release coming out, then yeah, maybe get that one. But the Radiance is a UK release, which won't be as easy to get in the US for some people. If you're not used to like ordering from Diabolic and Orbit. Oh my god, it's just ridiculous. Jesus. You got those what condition were they in? Yeah, I chose not to get the Halloween steelbooks just because they're too much, and I just had to look at myself long and hard in the mirror and say, "You don't freaking need this, Ken. You don't freaking need it. You got the 4K. You don't need the steelbook. You got the 4K for I forget what those were, like 150 or something for all 5 of them. I got them all 5 together, the first 5 together. But, sometimes that's what you gotta do. I don't need to get this. $45 for what? For a steelbook that you like? kind of. Um, but if they drop a little bit, I might get them. You know, but 44.98, I can't I can't play that. I can't play that game. Not for something I've already got. But it makes sense for you, Michelle, if you didn't have it, I guess. Even though the 4K of Halloween, the same version, Michelle, is at Walmart for like 17.99 or something. Yeah, I mean, that's what I've heard, but also Orbit Diabolic, you can order it from them and get it earlier as well. But yeah, they'll send it early. Yeah, I saw that. They're announcing some good stuff over there. The Abbott and Costello's got announced this week too. It's also it should be at Barnes and Noble too, and it also should be on Amazon as well. I don't think I've seen Equilibrium. Really? Yeah, I've heard some horror stories about ordering from Arrow Video and their lack of customer support or quality customer support. And you know, I love Arrow Video, but I they need to definitely get better with their customer support. But honestly, I think I've ordered directly from Arrow for a new title maybe once, and that was Robin Hood Prince of Thieves, and it took forever to get to me, like forever. It was delayed like a month or something. So, you know, and I get most of Arrow Video stuff. Fortunately, I get a lot of their stuff to review, the stuff that comes out in the States from MVD, my distributor. But the UK stuff I pay for because I don't get UK releases in the States to review. So I bought like 7 or 8 titles from them this year over in the UK, but I always order from another site like Diabolic or Rare Waves or Orbit or something else. So I very rarely order from Arrow Video directly. Um, but yeah, I think that's just the answer. Just don't order from Arrow Video directly. Order their product because it's great, but get it from Orbit or Diabolic or something. Yep, they're awesome. Yeah, it's not great. I've been on, I mean, usually that'll tell you down there in the corner, but I've been on for an hour and 37 minutes. And how am I still a half hour behind? I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to skip stuff. That's what I'm saying, Jess. That's what I'm saying. VSU, vinegar syndrome, of course. Um, welcome from India. Hell yeah. We don't have 4K physical media here, but I still like to watch your programs. Well, I appreciate your support, man. Hopefully y'all get it someday. Yeah, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Yeah, it looks cool. I'm excited for it. You know, I said it a long time ago. I was like when they came out when Maxine came out on Blu-ray, I'm like they will do like I literally bought Maxine on Blu-ray at Walmart and I said in that video, I bought the Blu-ray because I know A24 will probably do a trilogy box set at some point on 4K. So I'm going to wait for that. Yeah, I saw that. Monk, really. Really, Monk. I don't know. I don't know if they'll get it now because of Criterion. I feel like if they do it in the UK, Criterion will put it out over there. I didn't see a new V for Vendetta. I know they're re-releasing the Pulp Fiction Steelbook. Whenever Disney wants to put it out, whenever they decide to do it. Well, you're just somebody that enjoys the finer things in life, Michelle. You gotta get that bigger, badder, better packaging, which I get it. I get it. I don't think I got the book. I do own Heat 2. I haven't read it, but that movie does not need a sequel. And I know it's kinda more of a prequel sequel, maybe like a Godfather 2 type situation, but that movie's such a great, like, standalone. Like, I don't know what you do with a sequel, how you make it any better. I will not you all don't have to worry about me getting that Halloween set. I will never get that Halloween set. That's not happening. I am not even remotely interested in that Halloween set. I don't care to get that at all. I don't even want it at all. I got the Emerald Forest, Kino. Yeah, I mean, everybody's got a different situation. I mean, there was a point in time like 10 years ago or I did not collect, not because I didn't love movies or I didn't love physical media. I mean, I had a small DVD collection, but I couldn't afford it. And I'm not spending money that I don't have. So for a long period of time, I mean, I just explained this in my video why I don't sell stuff now. It's because I had to sell stuff before to get money to pay bills, to take care of my newborn son, buy formula, that kind of stuff. And I had to sell off a large portion of my DVD collection, my TV shows and stuff like that, and it's like now I don't have to do that. So I'm kind of scarred from all the stuff that I sold back in the day, and I don't wanna sell anything right now. I wanna keep it all because I can. And there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, I mean, you if you can't afford it, you can't afford it. Everybody's just in different situations at different times. I mean, hopefully you're working to improve your situation at all times. I think you should be actively working to improve your situation. And sometimes that takes hard work. Um, but I mean, it is what it is. I think so. I think we need it. Yeah, I don't waste my money on a lot of stuff, guys. I really don't. It's physical media. That's my vice. That's what I waste money on. Everything else, I'm very cheap and frugal with my money. So that's how I can afford some of this stuff. Yeah, I agree. Ed Wood would be perfect for the Criterion. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Dex is not popular in the chat right now. Dex, you see what you did? What's up, Eli? Mo Movies, what's up, man? Oh, I've seen images of Large Marge. I get it somewhat. Yeah, Dodgeball needs to come to 4K from the Criterion Collection. There Will Be Blood would be a good Criterion for sure. Yeah, the first Don't Breathe does need a 4K. Double Indemnity has a 4K Haas. I agree with Stephen King's It miniseries. That does need a 4K. That does. Yeah, Lucas, that's Corey Haim, right? Yep. The 50s thing, yeah. The thing from another world. Can you magnificent beast? I have a copy of the assassination. But what happens when it gets a 4K announcement? I'm waiting for that. I'm gonna get it at some point, Jeff. I'm gonna get it. That would be nice if we got both of those. I want to get the Steelbook. I haven't pre-ordered it yet, though. I don't feel like it's going to sell out. So I'm not too worried about it. But if I get it, I want the Steelbook because I got the first one Steelbook, so I want it to match. Does that make sense? I don't think it got it unless it got like a DVD release. I don't remember covering it on Blu-ray. I'm glad I'm not the only one that thinks Steelbooks are disgusting. You know, I mean, no, I like a good steelbook. Don't get me wrong. I want to be able to choose. You know, nice, nice. A lot of great Carpenter steelbooks. Yeah, that's how I got my Karate Kid set delivered in just a brown paper bag. Here's a nice premium box set in a really thin paper bag with no bubbles in it at all. Um, How many of these films have you seen or rewatched? Well, I mean, I only got so much time in a day, Mike. I mean, I'm trying. I've watched a lot of them. I know that. But rewatching, it's funny you mentioned that because I actually filmed an entire video based around rewatching and blind buying and just a lot of different thoughts that I've been having. And it's all based on a comment that I got the other day. So I'll be excited to share that with y'all soon. We should get all of those, but they're Disney, so who knows? I got my son has the latest ones. I don't, but he has the Series X and he has the PS5. So I got my PS4 down here and I got my PS3 in here and I still got my 360. I still got my Xbox One. So I mean, we got most of the systems. I got a lot of them boxed up in there. Yeah, it's out of print technically. I hope they bring it back. I mean, I think that Lionsgate needs to make that wide because obviously people want it. They need to make another box set release or something. Even if they make it exclusive to Amazon, they need to get it back out there because the demand is there, obviously. Um, People want Apocalypse Now. As soon as they put the Steelbook back in stock, it sells out. So, oh, it sucks. Well, that sucks to hear. Yeah, it feels pointless. Probably not. Probably not. I do like Mac and Me though. Yeah, hopefully they put it out. I mean, Criterion's a great home for westerns. I've actually got a video about that coming as well. I got a lot of videos coming. Ragnar. Oh, I've caught up in the chat, guys. Did you wind up getting the Tron 4Ks? Yeah, I got them. Pre-ordered. They're not here yet, though. They're not here yet. All right, let's dive into this Scream Factory situation. This is kind of a follow-up to a video that I did 3 weeks ago about the Mario Bava box set. Um, I've been doing videos recently on limited nature of box sets and steel books and some of these shady practices that some of these companies are doing. And I've been getting a lot of pushback in the comments saying that it's not a big deal and they don't care. And I'm just complaining too much. And to me, it's pretty cut and dry that these are dirty tactics by these companies and it's screwing people over. Yeah, it's screwing them out of stupid stuff like posters and booklets, whatever. But if you're a collector, you care about that kind of stuff, right? At least I thought we did. Like I thought that's what we're what we were doing here. Um, but there were people that agreed. Um, But let's talk about this Mario Bava set because there are some interesting developments today with the Mario Bava box set, which is still in stock, by the way. 2,500 units did not sell out yet. But they did find magically, miraculously, they found 20 something more copies of the Mario Bava box set with the booklet and the poster. Which, if you remember, if you watch my video, they announced this Mario Bava box set, but only the first 1,000 were supposed to have the poster and the booklets. Only the first 1,000 of the 2,500, and then the next 1,500 would be without it. It would just be the box set with no poster, no booklet. My point is, it's only 2,500 units to begin with. It's already limited to your site. Why are you limiting your limited edition? That's the issue here. For me, that's the issue. Why are you limiting your limited edition? If you're going to do this, then do 2,500 units on your website. Have them all come with the booklet and the poster. And what I think it was, because a lot of people are reporting that this box set, the booklet wouldn't even fit in it. So it's almost like the box set was made with no booklet in mind. And I think they just added the booklet and the poster as an extra, just trying to, I guess, ramp up that FOMO or increase that FOMO and make people pre-order it faster so they could sell it faster because they didn't think that Mario Bava could sell on his own, which is pretty clear that it can't at this point because it's been on the site for a while. But I think it's been on the site for a while because it's way overpriced at $180. Yes, it's 12 movies, but it's 12 movies on Blu-ray. And there's no new features, there's new audio commentaries, there's no new features or interviews or anything. And it's a nice box set, don't get me wrong, but there's no new scans. None of them are 4K. A couple of them have already got announced to come out on 4K. One of them is coming out on 4K in a month, and Bay of Blood is coming out on 4K soon from Arrow Video. That came out recently. I didn't talk about that yet on the physical media report, but that did get leaked. So I think a lot of people are like, well, all these are going to come to 4K at some point. This is just Blu-ray. There's no new special features. It's a nice box set, but it's $180 plus tax and shipping. That's going to be almost $200 to get this box set. Anyway, all that's beside the point. My issue with this was not that it was limited. I could care less that it's limited. Everybody does limited. That's fine. But it's just the pettiness of creating a limited edition, and you're limiting the limited by only making the first 1,000 where you can get the poster and the booklet. And I thought about getting this and I didn't realize that. And yes, they state that on the website. I know that. And I probably talked about it when it was announced. But it was something that I didn't really, I guess, think about or really notice when they did it until I was getting ready to order it. And I was like, wait a second. So the first 1,000's got the booklet and the poster, but the next 1,500 doesn't. But isn't the price exactly the same? The price is it's $180 for both. So what's happening here, and that was my whole issue, guys, with it is, and people were comparing it to Vinegar Syndrome. So Vinegar Syndrome will put out a standard and they'll put out a box set, right, with a booklet, and you can choose which one you want. And there's a price difference, $3, $4, but there's a price difference between the two. And when they do a VSU, it's not like they put the VSU up for pre-order and they say, oh, well, okay, there's 8,000 of these. The first 2,000, you get the book inside the VSU case, but the next 6,000, there's no book. We don't see anybody else do this kind of stuff. It's only Screen Factory. This is the first time I've ever seen anything like this. If somebody wants to call something out that's comparable to this, let me know in the chat, please, because I don't know any other examples of anything that's like this. So to me, it's total crap. What makes it even more crap with this is you had these 23 that they said that they found, or they were cancellations. I think they said some of them were cancellations and some of them they saved in case there was damages, which that's a legit, a thing. You save a few just in case somebody has a damage, you got to replace it. Only issue with that is when have you known Screen Factory to replace a damage? Like, when have you known Screen Factory to actually accept a return and replace it? Like, that would be legit if it was coming from Diabolic or Orbit or one of those third-party sites, because they do that kind of stuff. Diabolic did that for me. They lost my Blair Witch Project and got me another one delivered because they had that overstock, because they don't, even though they say they're sold out, they still got some extras just in case there's issues, and they had extras and they sent me another one because they lost the other one in the mail. Screen Factory doesn't do that, do they? They here's the thing. When I got my Evil Dead 2013 4K, it was damaged. The slipcover was damaged. Part of the back was covered. The plastic was torn. I wrote them an email or did their whole return thing or whatever, and I got no response. Back in the day, they left out my Halloween 4 Blu-ray out of my Halloween 4K. Still don't have the Blu-ray. Emailed them, got no response. So for me on my end, they don't do it. Now, I don't press things enough, probably. I just see what I can get, and then if they don't respond, I'm just like, oh well, I'll just move on. So that's on me. But I still wrote them. I still tried to communicate with them and got no response. And I've heard from other people that they get no response either, and nothing's ever done about damaged stuff. So I don't even think that that's a legitimate excuse from them. But here's the thing: you found them, whatever. You put them back up on the stock. There's 23 units. I think when I got on there earlier, there was 10. Somebody sent me this on Instagram to tell me about it. And when I got on there was 10 left. The problem here is that you're selling it now at the same price simultaneously as the regular standard version with no poster, no booklet. But then you've had people that have bought this. The regular version, because they ran out of the poster and the booklet, they bought it already. They have it, and there's no poster and no booklet. They spent the same amount of money as the people now are going to spend to buy it with the poster and the booklet, and they bought it before the people are buying it now. Why not look up the people that bought it and send them the poster and the booklet? Because they bought it after the 1,000 sold out. Like, if they can keep track of that, I don't know, but like the first 20 people that ordered it after it sold out, send it to them. Why not do that and say, we found these, so we thought we'd send it to you because you were the first ones to order it after the 1,000 ran out. Instead of putting it back up, and I mean, the easy answer is they're just lazy. They don't want to do something like that. It's a lot of work, a lot of extra work. But I feel like if it was a company like Vinegar Syndrome or, anybody else, really, like they would do that, especially Vinegar Syndrome. Vinegar Syndrome is really good about that kind of stuff. I mean, hell, if they got a disc replacement issue, they don't even make you do anything. They just send it on your next order, like the disc replacement. But I just think that shit. Like, if I ordered this box, if I would have actually got it, if I was like, I don't care about the book and the poster, whatever, it sucks, but I'll just get the box set. And I ordered the box set and I got no booklet, no poster. And then a couple weeks later, it's now back in stock with the booklet and the poster, and it's the same price that I paid for it. I would be fucking pissed. And I don't see why people don't recognize this as an issue. And there's going to be people that disagree with me, and that's fine. But that's an issue. That's shady business practices and dealings, in my opinion. And what Imprint did is the same thing. I talked about that Halloween box set. To have it sell out, put 1,000 back in. When you push that FOMO, like you're the one that released the collector's edition. I'm gonna make myself bigger now, guys. I'm sorry. And there's none left, by the way, of the Mario Bava set. You're the one that released the collector's edition and set the number. You set the number at 1,000. You started that FOMO. You sold your 4K Steelbook collection around that number. That was your selling point. You sold it off of the number, the fact that it was limited. And you pushed that FOMO and you made people buy it because they thought it was limited. And then it sells out. And then you put 1,000 more back in stock. That's a slap in the face to all 1,000 of those people that ordered it. And maybe they don't care. And that's fine. I talked about it like personally, I don't care. But I'm more or less just speaking for the general like public that orders this stuff. I just think it's a shitty thing to do, as a company. And I don't understand why or how you can't see that it's shitty. Now you can say it's great they're putting more out, more people get it. You can say that, and I would agree. It's great the more people have access to a set that they want. That's great. It's still shitty, shady business practices. And I don't think that there's any way around that, you know? I don't think I don't think there's any argument to make there. Like what would you argue? They sold a set based on a number, like they sold it around that number, and they pushed it based on the first 1,000 they put out, and it sold out. They put it back in stock, 1,000 units. That hasn't sold out because people have now clued into what's going on. Oh, it doesn't matter if they're just going to put another 1,000 out there. So this second 1,000, I don't think it's going to sell. It's going to get marked down, and that's going to devalue the set overall for people that have already bought it. I could be wrong. Maybe it sells out tomorrow, but it's gonna take a while longer to sell, in my opinion. Anyway, I was just supposed to talk about the Mario Bava set, and we talked about Halloween. It's just it's kind of maddening to me, you know. I feel like I'm losing my mind out here these days and arguing about stuff I don't like really care about that much, but at the same time it's like this shit'll never stop. They won't quit taking advantage of people if you don't call them out. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of Amazon, Disney, Screen Factory, imprints, all these dirty sons of bitches? 255 people in here. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. Whip says my stream is nice and peaceful compared to the rest of the stuff on YouTube. Well, we got a little heated there for a little bit, Whips, but I would say so. Yeah, it's probably a lot more peaceful and all the other shit going on out there right now. Oh, I would love that. I just bought that on Blu-ray, so that would make sense for it to come to 4K. No, I don't play multiplayer as much anymore. There was a time where I was addicted to Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops, Halo. Like I was super into all that, but I don't have the patience for multiplayer anymore. When I play games, I want to relax. I don't want to listen to kids screaming in my ear and just have to deal with all that crap, you know. And now it's all battle royale and Fortnite, and I'm not into all that stuff. I just like classic team deathmatch, you know. Oh, guys, look, I brought these over here because I wanted to show you because a lot of people are like, what are you doing with your slip covers? So I got them all off my regular Blu-rays, and I'm folding them, and I'm rubber banding them, and I'm putting them in a box because I got a lot of them. This is a lot of slips. Look at all them slips. So yeah, I am keeping my slips. I'm not throwing my slips away. I'm just getting them off the shelf, and it looks pretty nice. And I think I cut down on like 3 individual sections, removing all the slips. Well, not just that. There was other stuff I removed too, like some duplicates and things, but you at least save this much room, right? That's like 20 Blu-rays or something. Yeah, the Phantom did get announced, didn't it? I kind of wanted it to come out from Arrow. I thought it would have been a great VSU too. But you know, Kino's fine. They're fine. They won't do anything with it, but it's fine. Okay. Put this stuff back in the box. All right. Near Dark, Broken Arrow for sure, and Gone in 60 Seconds, and Armageddon. No, I mean, that's why it's still in stock, but it's still worth noting. It's still a shitty thing that Scream Factory's doing. And I mean, the Mario Bava movies I've seen, I liked. Yeah, and that's fun, you know? That's fun. Is Beethoven supposed to be coming? They did announce that, didn't they? It's hard to keep up with that. I could do a whole video on that, like the lost Kino Lorber 4K titles that were announced 3 years ago that never came out, or they're still working on. That's not true. There's there's a lot of people that are super fans of, that are super fans of Mario Bava. Probably more now than back then because of the legacy. Um, yeah, they're supposed to be. It was Severin that announced it one, wasn't it? But also Arrow announced it too. It was both of them. What's up, Chase? Poster slips. Charge the same for slips versus no slips. Um, I don't know. This to me is difference. I see what you're saying, but those aren't limited. Like they don't put them up and advertise them as being limited to 2,500. They, when it comes to the slips, like, yeah, that's just kind of a known thing that when you put out a 4K from a studio, from a label, whatever, yeah, eventually the slip's going to go out of print because that's the first run. There's never usually a number on it. To me, it just feels different to have something be limited, to put it up as 2,500, and then you're deliberately deciding that 1,000 of the people that are ordering this are the only ones that are going to be worthy of getting the poster and the collectible booklet that comes with your collector's box set. And then the other 1,500 are just getting the box set. It just feels different. But yeah, I mean, they do the posters and the slips, and eventually those will run out. And then they'll go to the standard versions. I mean, everybody does that. But to me, like with the collector's edition and the nature of the collectability of the box set, like of course, if you're getting that, you want both, maybe not the posters, but you want that booklet with it that's supposed to come with it. Um, but to me, it's different because they put that out, and that's essentially the first pressing, the Mario box set, Mario Bava box set. When they put it out, set it at 2,500. That is the first pressing. So it should be. So are you saying that they put out the first pressing and the second pressing at the same time, and they're basically pulling from the same pool? It's just weird. It's just weird to do that. Yeah, I mean they told us up front, but I still just think it's a petty, shitty thing to do, especially now. Yeah, it sounds like them. It sounds like them. And don't forget all the gas, the off gassing guys in your Child's Play 4Ks. They told everybody to just wipe it off. I mean, I actually defended them there. I didn't have much to defend, but to me, like when those Child's Play 4Ks came out, they were great releases, and everybody was just talking about the greasy cases, and I was just like, these are great though. But I should have known. The writing was on the wall. It's always been on the wall. Well, hell yeah, man. Um, so they sent you a replacement steelbook for something you bought on Amazon? Well, that's good, Gary. Yeah, I mean, I would say so too. I mean, they're both shitty in my opinion, but there's definitely different levels to the shittiness. They should have sent them out to people that ordered it. You know, even if it wasn't the first 20, they could have sent it to 20 people that had already ordered the box set without the 20. Why couldn't they? They've got it on record, you know. If Vinegar Syndrome knows where I live and has me on file and can send me a replacement disc without me even requesting it in my next order that I get from them, then why can't they send out a poster and a booklet to 20 people that already ordered the box set? They can do it. They're just too lazy to do it. I just think that that would have been the right thing to do. They don't have to do it, but it would have been the right thing to do. No, they didn't make anybody bad. Well, I agree with that. That might be the worst thing ever in the history of movies, honestly. I don't know about that. Maybe eventually, but they'd have to mark it down significantly if it was 6,000. The slipcovers help protect the Blu-ray cases. You're getting old, you're gonna be dropping things more often. I don't wanna damage my slips either, though. Well, one's a little bit more schlocky than the other one, you know, and Bruno Mattei does all those cannibal films, doesn't he? One's a little bit more of a artiste in the giallo films. They did. They did, yeah, I got that, I'm pretty sure. I do have that. Yeah, I can't wait to watch it. Thank you, Whips, for the super sticker. I appreciate that. No, they were hyping me up to sell it to them. Um, I watched Existence when I first got it. I watched it back in December 2023. Yeah, that's when it came out. Yeah, I watched it back then. It's very high. It's very high. But I coulda got it today. Like I said, I was gonna get it a month ago, but when I found out about the no booklet and the no poster, I just didn't do it. I coulda done it today, but I'm kind of just over it. People keep saying Bava doesn't sell, but all his Blu-rays were around for years before they went out of print. Plus, dropping 200 at once is much harder sell when people likely already own some or want 4K. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Oh my god, guys, I've been live for 2 hours and 14 minutes. And I'm at the end of the chat. Ken, I should watch Existence again so we can see it one more time before selling it to me. Didn't you all watch my video? I'm not selling my stuff to nobody. I don't care if I hate it or not. It's not happening. Maybe someday, you know. I'm sure there'll be a day where I'm like, just get rid of all this shit. I'll just watch movies and whatever brain chip they come out with that they implant in us to watch films in 55K in my mind. That'll be the days, right? Thank y'all for watching. It was a rough and wild stream tonight. I felt like I was half asleep for most of it. I'm tired. Back at work tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. And thankfully I'm off on Friday. Took the day off. So I'm gonna relax, try to watch a couple movies. But I hope you guys have a good weekend. I've got stuff coming. Lost in Space 4K reviews tomorrow. I filmed my Creepshow 2 4K review. Unfortunately, the Trons will have to wait, but maybe Tron will come out next week. I'll be able to do a 4K review for that. And then I'll just be waiting on the Night of Living Dead 4K Steelbook, the Nightmare on Elm Street 4K Steelbook. Those are the next two big ones that I'm going to tackle. But I'll have other videos and stuff in the meantime. Always keep you guys stocked up on content. So hopefully you enjoy it. Hit the like button, subscribe, comment, all that good YouTube stuff. And I'll see you guys later.